YouTube? Welcome back to another VitoVerse Live. We are live, and Noto is back with the new setup.
What's up, everyone?
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, everyone?
What's going on, Noto?
Not much. Can you hear me? Like, I just make sure this mic is all. All right, just make sure the mic's all good and everything with this new setup, background, everything going on, and yeah, again, a giraffe and everything. So, yes, I'm back, guys. I pretty much got everything organized and stuff, so I'm back in business.
Yep. It's great to have you back, man. Great to have you back.
Yep.
Last live we did. It's kind of weird. Last live we had some special guests on. You know, some crew members from Winging It crew. You know, our other YouTube family associates, you know what I'm saying, Jay and Andre, they both helped me out last week, so shout outs to them. I thank them for stopping by, and all the people that stopped by as well. Not last week, but last week too, but I'll get into that in a minute. But you know, the week before, so thank you guys for all that support. It's truly needed. We've been seeing a drop in our views lately, and it probably is because of our controversy over on the Sandstorm show. But you know, we keep on pushing. We keep it going. We are, you know, strong individuals. We're raised very, very well by some strong people. So anyway, so Sandstorm, he will definitely be coming on today, and we'll get into what we got in store for the Sandstorm show when he gets on. But let's start off like we normally do with our icebreakers, our news, entertainment news. And then, of course, you know, during that segment, you know, we'll just chop it up, talk about what's new.
Pretty much. And,
you know, like we normally do. So, anyway, what have you been watching lately?
Besides the movie and everything else, let me see. What's through the list of all of Disney Plus I have gone through with my son? Let's see. We have watched, I believe, we completed all 5 seasons of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. So that was very surprising. Actually, not to be honest, that was actually pretty funny because there are times when I'm watching it and I'm going like, and I see Donald and Goofy going back and forth with each other, and then I'm going, my head's like, why do I keep thinking Kingdom Hearts in my head every single time when I'm seeing them when certain things happen between the two of them? And I'm like, when Goofy does something weird, Donald has a smart remark for some odd stupid reason. But then there are parts where, like, even I start saying the same thing as Donald saying, like, I gotta see, like, he'd be like, all right, I gotta see this. Like, where in the world you come up with something like what was it they had it called? It was like some water buttons or some mess. I'm like, what? What the heck? Like, what? Like, it's like, yeah, I keep them in my freaking hat. I keep them in the hat. I'm like, wait, what? It's like, so what else do you keep in your hat that I have no clue what's in there? So, yeah, that I definitely highly recommend, like, watching it with your children and everything else, so it's actually funny. So it's good to watch, like, twice, and just for the funny moments. Let's see. What else we had? We had, a Goofy movie was on the list. Well, me and my fiance, my fiance and my son watched it while I was sleeping. I was like, all right, I hear certain sounds. Is this what I think it is? Yes, it's a Goofy movie. Okay, good. Watched that. I think I watched the Mickey, Donald, Goofy, the Three Musketeers, Peter Pan, the cartoon. I think what else was on the list? Tarzan, got into it. Then we watched Tarzan and Jane in this room, actually. So that was kind of fun with his little bouncy chair and everything. So yeah, we went through a good amount of like Disney cartoons and movies. I think the one we have not finished yet, and I know it's like a good, I forgot, like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Fantasia.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of got. I think the first we got up to is the part where they finally showed Mickey Mouse with the hat and actually controlling the brooms and stuff. So we kind of finished that scene of the musical and everything, and that's where we left off. So that's pretty much what I've been watching. My anime list has been like, I kind of still watching the animes I've been watching, but it's just kind of like I've been more focusing on getting everything in this apartment set up. So yeah, so I've been more focused on the cartoons of Disney and stuff than just my animes at the moment.
Oh,
so.
okay. Cool. Yeah, not much here. I haven't been watching a lot of stuff lately. You know, it's starting to become a college football season and NFL season. So you know, what I'm saying I'm just getting prepared for all that stuff, hyped up. But stuff that I did watch. Funny thing is, I was trying to watch The American Dream today, which is the Michael Jackson or the Jackson 5 biopic or whatever.
Oh wow.
That we had like a long time ago with Angela Bassett in it and all this. You know, very classic film. Very classic film. It's a 2-part series, so you know what I'm saying. If y'all know what I'm talking about, just look up American Dream, and you'll definitely see. What's going on, Andre? What's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by, man.
Yep.
Andre up in the building.
Yeah, what's up?
But we definitely I couldn't watch it because something happened with the link that I was trying to like pull it up on, so I couldn't watch the little classic. So I was like, dang, I really want to watch something with Michael Jackson in it, right? So I just started going down the list and started thinking of things that Michael Jackson was in and all this other stuff, and then I came up with I went to Netflix and looked up The Wiz. So The Wiz is on Netflix. Didn't know it was on Netflix, and I was like, oh snap! All right.
Yeah, I forgot.
So I pulled that up.
forgot about the Wiz.
Yeah. Which, looking back at that, it's a creepy,
Yes.
very creepy movie.
You would never expect that.
I don't know if I know they were trying to get urban with it. I know they were trying to get, black arts and stuff like that. But if you look at the stuff, it almost feels very horror-like. Like Wonderland didn't look, or not Wonderland, but Oz did not look like
Like that.
the white version.
Sorry.
Like this was very, very
Dark.
I didn't want to be in that land. Like, you know what I'm saying? There was nothing glamorous about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was very eerie.
You can win.
Yeah.
You can win, child.
That was an eerie scene. Matter of fact, I think the most eerie scene on there was when they got the Tin Man and Teeny was sitting on him or whatever.
Yeah.
If you look at how Teeny was looking, oh my gosh, then like that is, oh Lord, that whole scene with the Tin Man, like that area, that theme park or whatever. Oh my gosh, that was so like. I don't think they knew what they were like.
Thinking.
I don't know if they knew they knew that the stuff looked creepy. You know what I'm saying? Because that was.
But I mean,
oh.
but until this day, and think about it, like people still want to end up watching it still, no matter what.
Oh no, it's a classic. I'm always watching
exactly,
it.
exactly.
It just dawned upon me that was a horror film.
Yeah, especially the young age, you be like thinking like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Now we come back and watch it. It's just like, all right, what the heck?
Yeah, like what was that? Like I remember
what?
that.
Like the last time I think the last time I seen The Wiz was I think I came home like where I was actually living at before. And my mother was actually watching The Wiz with my son, and I walk into like the very end where like everything's happened to like Tin Man and Scarecrow and everyone else like smashing him and cutting in half. I was like, okay, what's going on here? And I was like, I'd seen that whole little scene, then to the point where like they got rid of her and everything. I was like, okay, yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, I'm like. Yeah,
and they, you know what? They had a very unique twist. Like the Wicked Witch was actually Dorothy's mom in the Wiz.
Yeah.
Or auntie. It was Dorothy's auntie in the Wiz, but the witch was somebody entirely different. In the Wizard of Oz. So it was kind of interesting take on how they kind of remixed it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But definitely that I watched that. I watched. Hold on. Let's see what Andre said. He's been watching American Ninja Warrior, Wild Card Kitchen, Food Wars, and Yu Yu Hakusho.
How is Wild Card Kitchen? That's the first time I heard that. How is that?
He talked about it last time when he was on here, and he was like, "No, that's you know what I'm saying. That's that show. You know what I'm saying." So I still haven't got a chance to watch it yet. I might gander on it this weekend. We got a long weekend, so I might dip and dabble.
Yeah, I can dip and dabble in a bunch of stuff this weekend because my son's with my mother. So yeah, I get to I am free for the whole weekend. So yes, I get to. So I'm trying to take advantage of everything I can do for this whole entire weekend.
Hey, don't get burnt out. You be having all these plans, and next thing you know,
Please.
you're watching one thing, and like, dang.
Speaking of that, my mother is now calling me. This is great. I need to tell her I am streaming. So.
All right, I'm gonna meet you upstairs.
You're funny. Nah, I'm good.
Are you good? All right.
Yeah, no, I'm just sending a text.
So, let me see. What else am I watching? I was watching. Really? Like I said, not too much of anything. I was up there actually looking up some old Monkey King movies and stuff like that, and I was trying to get a certain story, not the Journey to the West story, but I was trying to get a certain story of Monkey King, and I don't know if I could find it. Like it was how he became like how he got his Buddhahood and all this other stuff, how he became like a god. So I was trying to find that particular movie, and I couldn't find it. So I'm gonna actually have to keep on searching for that. But I was digging up all types of Monkey Kings. I was actually watching. I rewatched maybe a couple episodes of Monkey Kid. If you don't know what that is, that's the Lego version.
Oh yeah,
of Monkey Kid. Yeah. So you know what's funny? I was watching John Solo on YouTube, and he was saying like this year, a lot of monkey. It seemed like a lot of monkeys are being featured everywhere, even though it's the year of the dragon. There's a lot of monkeys everywhere in cinema, and I'm like, you absolutely right. But I start thinking about it, I'm like, as far as Monkey King is concerned, there's a Monkey King something dropped every year. Mm-hmm. Every single year, somebody has a Monkey King, no matter where it's at. It can be Disney, it can be WB, it can be Paramount, it can be anybody. So, you know what I'm saying? The overseas, you already know how they get down with their stuff. Like, there's different Monkey Kings, like, that projects drop every year. And I was like, we have an infatuation with Wukong, Sun Wukong. Like we really like love the mess out of him. I don't know what it is, but like he's a beloved character, and of course he's like the blueprint to all types of iconic characters like Goku and Naruto and somebody else. They said that he was a inspiration for that I cannot think of right now. But anyway, a lot of our anime. Shoot. The One Piece dude. Luffy. What's his name?
Luffy.
Yeah, Luffy.
Yeah, Luffy.
Like he's a Goku. So yeah. I didn't realize that. And what's funny is I didn't realize that Goku's Son Wukong's name in Japan is Goku. So I was like, oh. Mm-hmm. So that makes sense. So
yeah, Goku.
Like Goku on Dragon Ball Z is more than inspired. That is Wukong. That's another journey to the West. Like especially Dragon Ball. Like that's literally Toriyama making Journey to the West. Like that's crazy. So
pretty much.
Other than that, man, just basically like I said, I really haven't been watching too much anything. Really trying to get up on that Black Myth. I've been playing that a lot. Been playing some of this college football, getting ready for college football. Plus, it's been kind of dry on a lot of things so far. You know what I'm saying, this year. So definitely, I think coming into this fall season, I'll have a lot more to actually look at.
Yeah, same.
We have a lot of stuff coming out during the fall.
Oh yeah.
And so I said I was going to talk about this as well. I did watch Wolverine and Deadpool. Went to the movies by myself to actually watch it, which I always say I never go to the movies by myself, but I did this time around, and it was pretty good. They did a real good job on it. There was some stuff that was kind of like I wasn't expecting that, or I thought they were going to do more with, but for what it is, they didn't oversaturate stuff. You know what I'm saying? It is a introducing the Fox continuities, over to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that's pretty dope. You ain't got to do too much. You know what I'm saying? If you did too much, then you're probably going to ruin stuff. No, they definitely stayed on target on this one. So shout out to the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. That was definitely a must watch, especially if you're a fan of Marvel and Hugh and the
Ryan
Fox.
Reynolds.
And Ryan Reynolds, and the Fox
Yeah.
continuity stuff. The reason why I didn't say Ryan is because I was talking about like all like the old school people in there.
Oh
too.
yeah.
You had some cameos that I don't want to give away.
Makes sense.
But shout out to them and all like I said, the Fox continuity of the X-Men. So, you know what I mean. All right, so let's get into some news. We'll go ahead and start off with you. We have not heard from you, so we will definitely need you to give us a bit of news that you've heard.
Well, I'm actually going through stuff, so I'm just going to kind of wing it and see what I finally catch my attention. I know one definitely had caught my attention, which is very interesting. If you're a big fan of the Back to the Future series, apparently they're basically re-releasing it in theaters in October, which is October the 19th and the 21st in theaters for the 35th anniversary. So I was like, all right, that's pretty cool.
All right.
That's a classic for me, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. We know about Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is on the way, which is actually, I think it's this week coming up. I think this week or next week. Yeah. Can't remember. I'm trying to see what else we can find up in here, because the heck, that's weird. Yeah, like I said, I really haven't had a chance to like do a lot of like news. Again, I've been so busy trying to like get everything unpacked and situated and everything. So I do apologize for this, guys. I really do.
No, you good. Just whatever you heard, you know what I'm saying, it's bypassing or, you know what I'm saying, scrolling through the internet, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. You know, I always got some of the news pulled up. Or some interesting stuff.
I see some interesting. I got some interesting. Hold on. I just found something just now. WB Animation reporting has a huge plan for Looney Tunes that will begin and roll out in 2028.
Okay.
I was like, wow, that's something I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's what I got so far. I just saw that and clicked and caught my attention.
So, the Rotten Tomatoes score for The Rings of Power Season 2 has came out. And Rotten Tomatoes have given it a 8 or 85%.
Really? Wow.
So, I guess that's doing pretty well. I don't know, but I've heard some other, you know what I'm saying, the beg to differ type of opinions. And I heard it wasn't doing too well, to be honest.
I mean, how far are we into it right now? Are we just this?
Well, no, I think they dropped the whole.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm not sure though. I can't say. But no, they didn't drop the whole season. Okay, no. So I think the season, you know, it just started. So we're not that far. Like I said.
Okay, so
it's you know, the first episode. We're into the first episode or whatever.
Okay.
But from what I'm hearing though, there were some people that hated the first season, and these same people are coming back around and saying the same stuff. I've also been hearing some people that didn't like the first season. They kind of starting like that first episode or whatever like that. It's starting to get a little interesting. It's a mixed crowd because Lords of the Ring is definitely like a Star Wars situation. You have a split. You got certain fans that love the movies, and you got certain fans that love the books, and you have some that love both, or you know what I'm saying. They could be diehards, some form of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And they take it to they take the fandom into a whole different level it shouldn't be. So a lot of stuff being said about the Rings of Power is negative when it comes down to the fandom. But certain people that maybe don't watch, you know what I'm saying, like Lords of the Rings, that didn't watch all three movies and all this other stuff, that's watching this, they you know, some people actually like it. You know what I'm saying? Some people are actually being, you know, persuaded to like it more and more. I guess it's growing on certain people. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I don't take Lords of the Rings, Star Wars, or any other movie franchise seriously. I do know what I like and what I dislike. That first season of Rings of Power, I thought the quality of it was so great. You know what I'm saying? It was like movie quality for me. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there's gonna be some people that be like, oh, look at the costume, how the costume was. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
Forget the costume, man.
Yeah, there's the point.
For the CG to be on point the way it was, how they made these worlds be so beautiful and show like how it, you know what I'm saying, was like it really felt, you know what I'm saying, authentic. They really did a great job for me on that for it to be a TV series. You know what I'm saying? And people are like, oh, they spent X amount of money on this and that and the third, blah blah blah, and they only spent half of that on the movies and this and that and the third, blah blah blah. And the movie looked way better than first and foremost. We're talking about filming episodes upon episodes. We're talking about almost the whole set is like CG. You know what I'm saying? Like the majority of the time, everything was CG. You know what I'm saying? Damn near. You know what I mean? So that's where a lot of that went to. You know what I mean? We ain't talking about the costumes and all this other stuff. Lords of the Rings, they had a lot of CG, but there was a lot of areas they didn't have to use CG. You know what I'm saying? At that time, they were actually going out to places and you know what I'm saying, making sets and stuff like that, which might be, it might be expensive, might be less expensive, just depending on how they, you know what I'm saying, whatever the situation may be, who knows. But from what I've seen, I feel like every dollar was spent right to make it. You know what I mean? So,
which is good.
I wouldn't say that this is a must see, but it is an interesting watch. You know what I'm saying? It does catch my attention, and it at the time it had a competitor that was like, they were like releasing episodes neck to neck. You know what I'm saying? Like they literally would drop at the same time, so it would be like the excitement of both of these series having their episodes drop, and you know what I'm saying, you weren't like less entertained. Like as soon as you watch this, then you got to go over and watch the other one. I'm talking about Wheels of Time.
I was wondering. I was literally wondering what it was.
So, Wheels of Time and Rings of Power were roughly around the same time. Now, Wheels of Time did start earlier, before Rings of Power came out, but when Rings of Power was, dropping their first episode, I believe, like, Wheel of Time, Wheels of Time was probably maybe 4 episodes in, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know what? That second season really didn't catch me on Wheels of Time. But anyway, at the time, like I said, they dropped this Rings of Power, and it was like best of both worlds, man. You was getting that. Plus, I forget, there was another show that was dropping as well. You know what I'm saying? Like weekly at the same time that Rings of Power would and Wheels of Time would drop. And I can't remember what that was, but there was like, at that time, there was like a cluster of these great shows, back to back being dropped on the same week. So, you know what I'm saying? It had this hype train. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what helped out on that first season for me, at least. You know what I mean? So, but kudos to them.
Yeah.
So the Acolyte has been officially canceled. The seasons 2 of the Acolyte was greenlit during the airing of season 1. Then recently, it has been canceled. So how do you feel about that?
Honestly, I'm not surprised. I'm literally not surprised. After everything we have heard, seen, and what's been going on with it, is like
there was a lot of agenda pushing. I mean,
exactly, that's what I said.
The director, of course, she's part of the the gay community and stuff like that. She's a lesbian, so a lot of messages she wanted to make clear to people and stuff like that. Like, okay, we can be in Star Wars too, and this and that and the third. But I think, and she had her own characters too. Like, she wasn't taking. Well, there was a couple of characters that she kind of twisted our arms with. But she had her own characters that she had, you know what I'm saying, to deal with. She wasn't making an already existing character something that they weren't or wasn't before, or we didn't know anything about all that type of stuff before. She had original characters, which I like that. I enjoyed that factor. But what she did, I believe, to a lot of people in the fandom, went against the lore that Episode 1 Phantom Menace kind of gave us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In more ways than one. And one big one, of course, was the fact that the Force created Anakin. You know, he didn't have a father, but there is a book that suggested that Palpatine and Plagueis, they try to use the Force to make Anakin, but the Force counteracted their actions and made Anakin and made him the balance that was, you know what I'm saying, like supposed to stop those two. You know what I mean? So she kind of like totally like tore that up by introducing this group of witches that were able to do the same thing, except they actually successfully did it. And not only did they do it, they actually somehow split the person in two. So these two weren't twins. So the explanation is crazy. Like, these two weren't twins. They were actually the same person, just split in two. What? So that by them doing that and putting too much into that type of stuff, you kind of like right there, you did a little too much with that particular detail. Especially going against the grain of, you're talking about Plagueis and Palpatine, you know, the strongest Sith almost known to, you know what I'm saying? Like, jeez. Known to the Star Wars continuity in recent time and stuff like that. Now, you're not finna do that to Palpatine like that, man.
Exactly.
Honestly, man, he's the OG with this. But of course, they gave us a cameo of Plagueis towards the end, like kind of like spying on the dude that was trying to be a Sith, and the young lady that was becoming a Sith as well. It was too much. It was too much going on at once, and there was things that were going against, like I said, the main continuity. Just like the sequel trilogy went against a lot of stuff that was already built up. This did too. It furthered that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what people took, like basically kind of like turned their ears off or really didn't like it and stuff like that, because it was actually the Acolyte. This was preached years ago, like almost like 2017. You know what I'm saying? Where they were talking about the Acolyte, or 2018. And they were talking about how the Acolyte was actually going to be a young Palpatine meeting Plagueis and becoming a Sith. That's what the Acolyte was actually originally, quote unquote, supposed to be. They scrapped that, brought this director in, and she made her own stuff, and then set it in a bad time. Yeah. To be introducing Sith. Like, it showed that you didn't use the source material or your research or the tools that you are obsessive to. Like you have Disney there with Lucasfilm. You have Lucasfilm there. You know what I'm saying? You have people that actually worked on the actual Star Wars stuff. Star Wars stuff like like Clone Wars and Rebels and stuff like that. That knows like the source material that was taking Legends continuity and making it into canon. You know what I'm saying? So you have people there, but you didn't use that because you wanted to be your own story, and you wanted to avoid the fans that are like taking this stuff way too serious. You know what I'm saying? because you have Star Wars fans that take this way too serious, and I can understand you know, definitely wanted to steer away from them and wanted to tune them out and make, you know, Star Wars story that suits you, that you can relate to, which is dope. Like I said, I'm all for it, but you kind of screwed some characters up.
Yeah.
So I think that was the biggest gripe out of that. So me seeing it being canceled, like you said, I'm not surprised, but at the same time, I am surprised due to the fact that Kathleen Kennedy is the juggernaut over there, and she's like, nope, I'm keeping this, I'm doing this, I'm da-da-da. The Force is female. Okay? The Force is female and male.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the Star Wars God. You know what I'm saying? Or the God Force. You know what I'm saying? God's will and wills. The Force, you know.
Yeah.
People don't put those connections together. Anyway, so I don't know if this is out yet or not, but that Terminator Zero.
Oh, I just saw the thing popped up.
Yeah. So that, I mean, that's coming or that's either out. How do you feel about that?
I have not got a chance. I've seen trailers of it and it looks interesting. Since we're actually talking about this, there's also something else I just found as well to add on to it. Apparently, Rotten Tomatoes gave it 100%.
So it's out.
Yes, it's came out yesterday.
Okay. Cool.
On Netflix. So I have not got a chance to see it. I thought it was actually coming out Friday. I thought it was coming out today, but I didn't realize it came out yesterday. But from what I've seen, trailers and everything for it, it looks interesting. So I was actually curious about it. So I never got. So I'm actually up to check it out. To see what it's all about, and it is season 1. So
yeah.
So I'm down for it.
All right. Yeah. I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I don't know how I feel about a anime Terminator. Sometimes I feel like, you know, it should always be done live action.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that, I get chances. I don't, you know what I'm saying, just kick it to the curb right away or something. I'll give it a chance. Yeah.
The only thing I can say to it is that because I'm looking at the artwork for it and everything else, it kind of gives me that Akira vibe, like the art style and everything. So I was like, all right, this looks interesting. It looks like it's like Akira kind of style, art style. So I'm like, I mean, it's not the old school, but just the art style, like how it's done, like the cover of it. It looks like, I was like, okay, this is like Akira. Why is this? So I kind of got that vibe just a tad bit from it.
Oh, okay. So off of that, a side note, Wendy's have made a real life Krabby Patty.
Are you serious? No.
They made a real life Krabby Patty. I think it dropped today.
What the? What? Why? Like, come on.
Nah, that's dope. I
mean,
we were trying to figure out who was gonna make this, and for some reason, I don't know why I had it in my mind that Arby's already did this. I feel like Arby's already did this, but at the same time, like, no, I don't think they did because they just now started doing burgers. So I'm like,
yeah, maybe
Arby's didn't do this, but I was like, somebody's going to make I thought it was either going to be Burger King that was going to make, you know what I'm saying, the Krabby Patty stuff first. I was going to say McDonald's, but I'm like, they really don't like dipping and dabbling. They probably like feature some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I agree with that one.
But Burger King is like the experiment. Like, dude, they got black bun burgers, red bun burgers, you know, different color. But they're the ones that do all these experiments. So for Wendy's to go ahead and like jump the gun on their ass, like, they got you. They got y'all. So I'm definitely gonna. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna eat it, but I'm definitely gonna see the reviews and stuff because, you know, I'm vegan. So I don't have a vegan Krabby Patty. But
I'm pescatarian, so that's also, so it doesn't work out for us.
yeah. Now honestly, I don't know what a Krabby Patty is made of.
Exactly. At one point I thought it had, like, I thought it was like a
a crab cake. You know what I'm saying? Like a crab cake as the patty. I thought that's what it was.
I mean, just the name alone sounds like it should be.
Yeah, like it should be a crab cake burger. Like
It's something.
you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then of course you got the secret sauce. I wonder how they got the secret sauce right. You know what
I'm done.
saying? No, I'm
Pause.
saying, you know, you know how they got the secret sauce for
I know.
the
The
patty or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if they got that right. Because if they didn't, then there's a certain way to stack the Krabby Patty too.
Yep.
That makes it a Krabby Patty.
Yep.
And you got to do it exactly like the cartoon do. You know what I'm saying? you cannot miss a step on that.
Exactly.
Because they said, like, real talk. I think they did a science on this. Like, the way people eat, like certain things, and the way it's stacked with a burger, it actually defines the taste of that burger for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, really?
God.
I'm like, are you sure that's not just a mental thing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway,
I gotta
on
see
to
this.
some
I
other.
gotta see this.
So,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm looking this up right now. I'm sorry.
All right, so an HD version of Daredevil, Born Again, has been released on Disney Plus. So I guess they're amping up to bring that Daredevil series, the new season. Because I did not see any announcement this last D3 or the San Diego Comic-Con. I didn't see no type of announcement talking about what I'm saying, Daredevil's coming to, or the second season's coming soon. So I don't know what they got going on with that, but they are what I'm saying, like trying to amp it up on Disney Plus. Like they released all the Netflix Marvel stuff on Disney Plus. So if y'all haven't caught up on none of that type of stuff, please do yourself a favor.
Yeah.
Binge watch it this weekend since it's Labor Day, and a lot of y'all don't got to go to work on Monday. So
Yep.
do yourself a favor. Check that out. It was a great show. Let me see. So I believe the last time I was on, we took a look at the official first look of the Red Hulk. I think I did that with Jay and Andre or whatever. Harrison Ford, they said what they did was they took Mark Ruffalo's body as a Hulk and then put Harrison's face on it. So it's still like Mark's body, but the way they did it, they just put his head, what I'm saying, they put Harrison's face on it. So I'm like, I mean, that makes sense. You got the Hulk, you got two Hulks. You know what I'm saying? That would make sense. I mean, to the point where they even copied the chest hairs. But what's crazy is they did so much detail with this. They put the little gray chest hairs with it, you know what I'm saying, because he's an older guy or whatever.
Makes sense.
They put the little gray fade, you know what I'm saying, how you got the little gray fade going on. But Sam Wilson, Captain America, Anthony Mackie, he was, I believe, during Comic-Con, one of these conferences, he was up there like, yeah, they got the Red Hulk looking good out here, you know what I'm saying? He came out here with they even got the taco meat right and stuff with the gray specks, a little, salt and pepper in there and da-da-da. And then a lot of people had something to say about the way he said that. Now, honestly, if y'all don't know Anthony Mackie's, character or, how he acts in real life, he's a goofy guy. He likes to kid around, stuff like that. But there was a lot of people was like, what did he mean taco meat? What is he talking about? What is it? Look at Harrison Ford's chest or the Hulk's chest and see what he's talking about. They did the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were saying that they did a good job on the CG. Like, quit acting like this new Captain America is so lame or stupid or something like that. And that's my only fear about this movie. Like, people are not in real life going to accept him as Captain America. Even though in the comic books we know Falcon does become Captain America, you know what I'm saying? People are starting not to, in real life, that last episode of Winter Soldier,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Falcon and Winter Soldier, he even addresses this. I'm a black man wearing Captain America stuff with his shield. A lot of people ain't gonna like this. They don't like me already. And that's in real life too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see the fandom like, kind of like, okay, we'll deal with it. Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, really? Like, I don't get it. And then, of course, you know, you got the woke people that wants to have like, oh, let's get us a black person as, you know, Captain America or this character that's normally white and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. They want black people to be up in these roles, but when we finally there,
Y'all just want to act stupid.
y'all just start, you know what I'm saying, acting kind of crazy towards us. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Type stuff. Like, didn't you ask for this?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Like, dang, you swear you so woke. You swear you want the race, you know what I'm saying, the equality type stuff in acting. Well, shit. There you go. But anyway, so recently, shout out to Marvel, because we still on Marvel right now. Recently, they released a trailer, which we'll probably take a look at that a little later. But they released a trailer on 85 years of Marvel. So Marvel celebrates 85 years this past week. So congratulations to Marvel. Y'all came a long way. You know what I'm saying? And at one point, you guys y'all was about to lose all your properties, especially going into, you know what I'm saying, to the movies and stuff like that. So, you know, shout out to Wesley Snipes for saving y'all asses, because he sure enough saved y'all big time, hugely. Matter of fact, we don't have no MCU, so I'm glad Ryan did what he did and put him in this last Deadpool movie. So I had to spoil that, but yes, Blade is in the Deadpool movie.
All right, I knew that.
And then, of course, I'm talking about the, you know, people watching and stuff. So
I know. I'm just saying. I knew, but
the people. So the people that say that Wesley can't do Blade, right? You know what I mean? Like he's too old or something like that, or you know what's going on with this Blade movie.
Oh boy.
So what's proving that you need Wesley is the fact that he did such a great job just doing his one-liners as Blade on this Deadpool movie. People been wanting more of him on that. They want to have him on the new Blade movie. On top of that, why did you not think to bring Wesley in even earlier? You know what I mean? Like you could have brought him in during Iron Man. Like, dead serious.
Serious? Yeah, I agree.
Y'all could have brought him in very early. So why now or why not now? Because y'all really not, like, Marvel didn't call him. It was Ryan that called him. So I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? like the person that saved y'all don't want, like, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all, like, I guess, I don't know. It must be the Disney stuff. I don't know. It must be high of Disney juice.
Yep.
But let's see. We got a, I don't know if this is announced or a trailer, but we have Mahershala Ali and Scarlett Johansson.
Wait, what?
Going to be in the new Jurassic Park Rebirth film
What?
coming out July 2nd,
Okay, I need to sit for this one.
2025.
All right, I gotta sit for this one. Hold on, wait, what? Hold on, whoa. What?
Yep.
Like, how many more Jurassic Park movies do we have? Like, I think we got way too many if we count.
I have no idea. Matter of fact, to technically be correct, this is Jurassic World. It's a different franchise. That's what they said. That's what I've been corrected on. So I was like, ain't it the same thing? Like,
Yeah.
it's the doggone dinosaurs. Y'all making dinosaurs out of crazy. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing. Y'all want to be all technical. Oh no, it's not the park. It's the world. It's the same. It's Jurassic. The logo looked the same to me. Anyway, we have another one coming next year. And Scarlett, my girl, I love her. And Mahershala, Blade, the one that's supposed to be playing the new Blade. They're going to be in that. So to have two people that's reportedly supposed to be working with Disney, and I think isn't Jurassic a Disney
No.
production?
No.
Okay.
Definitely no.
But to have them on there, you know what I'm saying? Like it lets me further believe that Mahershala is definitely not going to be playing this Blade thing. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, forget this Blade stuff. And Mahershala's like, hey, y'all not finna starve me. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been waiting for this.
Like I'm going to play something else.
Yep. And then they talking about they kept talking about trying to bring Scarlett back, and Scarlett's like, you know, the way y'all did me with the Black Widow movie, I didn't appreciate that. But I was thinking to myself at the time, I was like, dude, you're a guinea pig for the streaming service, really. You know what I'm saying? Because that movie was introduced with this streaming service. So in a sense, yeah, you was gonna have to be the sacrificial lamb. But it's crazy that they had to use your stuff for it. Which, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you can't be messing with my girl like that, Disney. I'm gonna have to come see y'all. You know what I'm saying?
But then that movie actually came out during the pandemic.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like with Disney Plus came out, because that came out during the pandemic, like the actual streaming service, and so that movie came out during the pandemic. But so it was actually in theaters as well. So I don't know why they did that.
I don't know why they did that either. That didn't make any sense.
They put it in theaters to try to get some box office sales. But you did it during the pandemic, so you literally, like, we didn't know. I don't think people knew what was going on with the virus at the time. They were trying to expect it was going to go away quick or whatever like that. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, by the time this movie comes out, we'll be back. Nobody really knew what was going on. So she was a victim to the COVID-19 like shutdown type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that unfortunately hurt her, you know what I'm saying, with this movie. You know what I mean? So really it's just a really unfortunate situation. I don't think they intentionally did craziness to her, but I think the problem was she was trying to get her proper pay for the streams.
Yeah.
And I don't think any industry has proper streaming, like, I don't know, like your revenue for streaming, like I don't know if they really have that thought out, because the music business doesn't have it thought out at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you have a lot of like artists be independent, like straight up. You know what I mean? They don't need a record label because they're not seeing the money that they should be. But with streaming, the way streaming is and how you can do it, like, you can do all this stuff by yourself.
Exactly.
Excuse me.
So,
I think the same goes for streaming movies and TV shows. They at the time didn't even know how to. So that's what the actor strike was, or the writer strike and the actor strike was. You know what I'm saying? They were like, we need to properly get paid for our streaming stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all giving us real, like, crappy deals with the streams, but I'm overseas with this. You know what I'm saying? Like my stuff is overseas. Like, they can get this stuff over in Japan.
No problem.
So I need to get properly paid for this. I'm global right now. You know what I mean? So, all right. So October 11th. The Pharrell movie, the Pharrell Lego movie, the biopic, is coming to theaters. It's going to feature a huge cast of guest stars: Snoop Dogg, Daft Punk, Kendrick Lamar, and many more. How do you feel about that?
I just heard my favorite match of words. Thank you very much for that one. I heard that punk. Thank you. That makes me want to see even more now. I'm telling you, I'm a big, like, this is, like I said before, and I think I said in my initial reaction when we actually saw the trailer, like, I am very excited for this movie. Especially, it's ingenious. It's literally ingenious. Like, we've seen so many bio movies before, But to actually have one person to do a bio in a Lego form is literally it's genius. It's literally genius. I'm not gonna be mad about it. And you can and it's great because you can actually have the cast in that form to like because all you have to do is to get the voices or get everything else. It's no problem. That's not hard to do. But it's like actually having the actual actors and stuff like that, and then you have to find people to like be like the younger versions of them or whatever. It just you got to find people. But with this makes it simple. It's easy. It's in a cartoon form. We can roll with it, and there's no problem with it whatsoever. So I'm excited for it. I'm happy to hear that Punk's in the list too, because I think when we saw the trailer last night, I think I saw like a good list. Like Kendrick Lamar, Snoop. I think Gwen Stefani was on there too. I think on the list, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I think like I said, I think I've seen it. I'm not sure, but I know she should be on that list. I think. Yeah, but yeah, there was a good amount of people on the list, so I saw that. But now to actually hear there's more on the list that I didn't know. Like I said, that point was the biggest one on my list. So I'm excited. So I definitely.
I mean, we should have definitely known that they were in it because like
Lucky. Yeah, Lucky.
Like the theme song. It's just theme song. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They definitely is gonna be in that. That was like one of his biggest hits too.
Exactly, but I think because like with the trailer that we've seen, I think it's because I wasn't sure that they were gonna do Lucky. That was one of the biggest things. So because they didn't really kind of hint it or anything else. I know we had heard everything, like all the songs we knew, like straight from and whatsoever, and I think that was it. So that's why I keep saying, like, again, I'm very excited that they're on the list, because if they're on the list, then yes, then we are getting to the point where Up to Lucky, which is basically off of I forgot what Pharrell album is, but I know it's definitely more on Daft Punk's album instead of Pharrell's. Because
the actual song is on the trailer. Like,
yeah.
That's like the closing song. I mean, that would definitely be in there. I think the one that I'm actually disappointed about, that I'm really not sure if they're involved with, but shout out to Khalees. I'm not sure if she's in this situation. She's definitely one of like the first lady to the Neptune, you know what I'm saying? And she's definitely one of those ones that Pharrell and Chad, they definitely put some time and effort in and made a new sound. You know what I'm saying? They brought us some endless possibilities that a lot of artists has looked at, like with Khalees. You know what I'm saying? And Khalees was like, put like this: Timberland and Missy had Aaliyah. Mm-hmm. So Khalees will be that to Pharrell and Chad. You know what I'm saying? So
makes sense.
It's kind of unfortunate that we're not hearing Khalees is involved with this. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see her a part of that, but for the cast that they have, you know what I'm saying, and because it's not a Neptunes and Star Trek film, it's a Pharrell Williams film. You know what I'm saying? And also too, I think the reason why they did this is probably because like if they did a documentary or something like that, I don't know if they have a lot of footage on the stuff that he was involved in that people don't even know that he was involved in.
There you go.
And like you said, like if they did it, if this was the biopic thing, and trying to find an actor that looks like him and people that look like this and that and third, you know what I'm saying? It was probably going to be a headache, you know what I mean? So for them to do it this way, it begs a different, like, what else did you think? Like, were you thinking of? Like, were you thinking of a cartoon version, an anime version, you know what I'm saying? Because we all know that he's big into anime and everything. So it would have been cool to see what else, you know what I'm saying, he wanted to do with this. But it's cool that he came with this idea. Like, that's crazy. I like that. You know what I mean? The Lego is, nobody's done that before. You know what I'm saying? And I hope nobody copies this at all.
Yeah.
I hope this is the only one. Like,
same.
I don't want nobody to copy this.
Same.
So, let me see. So, we have a documentary series, Mr. McMahon.
Why?
No, that's needed. because we want to know. I want to know all the dirt and secret for years behind the WWE and stuff like that. Like what was this man doing? Like what was his whole situation? I want to see his rise to fame because matter of fact, we kind of briefly get that with the XFL documentary. McMahon was involved. That was his league. You know what I'm saying? So to see this see this documentary about the wrestling situation, and it comes out next month.
Wow,
with McMahon,
that was quick.
Oh, this is gonna
quick.
be crazy. This is gonna be crazy. I definitely need this. I need this today because he's definitely one of my favorite. I like to say characters, but you know this is wrestling, so you know wrestlers. Not to me, he's a character. So he's one of my favorites.
Lord.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up, you know what I'm saying, watching him. You know what I'm saying? As like, you know what I'm saying, the big boss of the WWE and WWF when it was WWF and all that stuff. So I think he was he a part of it during that time? He's Anyway, it's gonna be fire. I'm gonna love it. All right. So let me see. So September 18th. So this next month is gonna be jam packed with some stuff. We got It's Been Agatha All Along series.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep. So that comes out next month, the 18th. How do you feel about that series? Like did you see anything about this?
I know I've seen the trailer for it. I think. Wait, did we even show? I'm trying to think. I feel like you showed the trailer, unless if you haven't.
I believe
like,
we did the trailer. Yeah. We did the trailer here.
Yeah,
I think it was just me and you one time too.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember. It's like I'm trying to remember from what I've seen of it. How to explain that one? I don't know. It's like I feel like we should have got this a lot sooner. To me personally, I feel like it to a point because I know we had WandaVision and I know that was just like the start and everything else, but when her came into the picture and stuff, it was more of like, okay, so you have her, so what's the deal with her? So it's like I feel like she should have came a little bit sooner, but I know we had that and Loki and everything else and all that stuff, so it was just like I think that at the time it was like the testing of waters at the moment of the streaming service at the time.
Yeah.
But again, I still say I think that we should have got this a lot sooner, honestly. But it gives us questions like, okay, so what, like, how she come about, and you know what's going on with her, or what's going on with her now, different things like that. So it's like, come on, like we need some answers here. So
yeah, honestly, I definitely know, you know, why we didn't get it sooner. Of course, like you said, the WandaVision was like the first Marvel series on Disney Plus. So you know that was definitely like they didn't know how it was gonna, you know, people were gonna react to it.
Yeah. So again, like I said, testing the waters pretty much of the streaming service.
Testing a little waters with the streaming stuff, but Agatha as a character, I don't think they knew she was gonna be as popular as she did. Like again, WandaVision was a very big test. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think people knew, or I don't think they knew that Agatha was gonna be so loved. You know what I'm saying? And people like want more of her. I think they did have it already in the plans. They were going to do like a spin-off from WandaVision, dealing with the witches and stuff like that, because you got to get into Agatha to be able to kind of get into, you know, some Midnight Sun stuff.
Yeah.
So I believe they were actually kind of like trying to ease that way with the Werewolf by Night little special they had at one time. You know, with the reports of Blade, the end of Eternals when the Black Knight picks up the sword and you hear Mahershala says, "Are you ready for," you know, whatever he said and stuff. I think they were really trying to kind of start steering to make, and Moon Knight. I think they were really starting to steer to try to make the Midnight Suns. You know what I'm saying? So, now that they're quote unquote correcting the course or whatever they're doing, I don't know if we're gonna necessarily get the Midnight Suns, especially with Blade not being in there. But they still got characters. They still got characters that can be a part of the Midnight Suns without Blade. I mean, you got Daredevil. Mm-hmm. He's been in Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
he's in the MCU. So we already the Kingpin, his enemy that he was fighting in his show. These guys are solid. So we have, you know what I'm saying, some people that can be part of the Midnight Suns. It's just, are they really gonna do that now? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see when Agatha All Along comes.
Hey, we can cross our fingers and hope.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get some answers with that. If they're going that way. I hope
if
they go that way. Yeah. So let me see. The anniversary of Matrix, 25 years. That's in September, and it's the Matrix is going to be returning to theaters and certain select theaters, September 19th and the 22nd. So that's the OG Matrix, the first movie.
Oh, that's right. Because what's things in October? I think back. I was thinking
25 years. That's literally half. So I was 10 years old when that came out. Sheesh. That's crazy.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. It was like what, 2000?
Oh,
99. No, 99. It came out in 99. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. I was a 10-year-old. That was crazy.
I was still in high school.
Like you said, Beetlejuice is coming out next week. How you feeling about that?
The new one?
Yeah.
I'm still excited for it right now. I mean, I literally live like walking distance to a movie theater, so yeah, and IMAX and everything. So hey, I'm not gonna have to worry about taking. If I had to drive to the movie theater, it'll take me no more than like 2 minutes instead of like. And literally, and I can just go next to a restaurant next door and be happy, and then walk home or drive home.
I mean, well, technically, where you were before, you was on the street from a movie theater.
Yeah. Well, before.
But I get what you're saying. I get what you're trying to say. That's almost like me. My movie theater is literally right across the street, and that's what's crazy. I think people, if they knew exactly where I live and where the movie theater is, they would have been like, why haven't you been going by yourself during the day before? Like, why it took you so long?
Exactly.
Don't worry, I got some insecurity. Don't worry about it.
I mean, nothing wrong with that.
So, a live-action Incredibles movie. Invincible movie.
Yeah.
Not Incredibles. Invincible. I'm sorry. Invincible movie. They're saying it's in the works. How you feel about that?
I don't know. That's kind of. I'm not saying it's hard to swallow, but I mean it's doable. It literally is. It's doable. I mean, with the material they have and everything else, and how it's going so far. I just got to see who's playing who and how it turns out. Like, just I think a trailer would be good enough for me to tell me like, okay, this is actually gonna be good or this is gonna be complete trash.
Yeah. I think for me, what always kind of like gives me like a little push to see if it's gonna be alright is the costume.
Yeah.
And how a person looks in the costume and stuff like that. If the costume is on point, then I'm like, this could be maybe worth seeing. Maybe. That's not always right. Because the Ben Affleck Batman, I do say that is one of the best Batman costumes. Like that more bulkier. You know what I'm saying? Like Batman, whatever, but it was the most trashiest Batman ever. You know what I'm saying? I did like the costume. The costume was dope. That was like one of the best. Same thing with the Superman with Henry what's his name? Henry Cavill? Or that's his name? Whatever his name is.
Yeah, I think.
We also too, we got him in Logan too. I mean, I said Logan. Wow. Deadpool too. He was a variant of Wolverine, which was crazy. I was like, yes, he can play Wolverine, except he's tall. So they have to shrink him because Wolverine is supposed to be a short man. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into some trailers before we get up out of here. Unfortunately, Sandstorm couldn't be here today. But just to kind of give you guys a heads up, the channel, the new channel, please, if you haven't already, go over there and follow it. It is called the Sandstorm Rebirth, or Sandstorm Show Rebirth.
Yeah.
That is the new channel. So please, we need you guys' help. Just building our followers back up. For us as small YouTubers, it takes us a while. And as y'all, if y'all clicked on this video, y'all will see I'm only at 230 something. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a long time, even just to, it takes a minute, especially if we want to stay true to what we're doing and not try to chase the algorithm. We don't chase the algorithm over here. We do what we love to do and talk about. So
exactly.
We're not going to change that, and hopefully people just kind of catch on to our sincerity and our, like not never changing, like being a real person, you know what I'm saying? Like a real human being, like never changing up in our values and what we're, trying to do. So that's what we're doing. So we need you guys' help, and hopefully, I think he will probably have some kind of announcement as far as some kind of giveaway or road to. We were almost at 500 on the last channel.
Yep.
Like I said, it took us a long time, and like I said, we're small. We have a small community, so you know what I'm saying. It takes us a very long time, and we work hard for those subscriptions and stuff like that. Even though it's not much, it still means a lot to us. You know what I'm saying. We plan to make it bigger, but we don't want to sell ourselves out. So please, if you get a chance, go over there, subscribe to that. Also, Nunami, I'll let Noto talk about that at the end, after we do our trailer watches and stuff like that. So we will have updates on that, but I just wanted to kind of fill that in. If you don't know what I'm talking about as far as Sandstorm, we got that channel, somebody got it terminated. We had a hacker. Somebody hacked our stuff, got it terminated. They put something very inappropriate up while we were playing Black Myth Wukong. We do understand Black Myth Wukong for some reason is I don't know what's up with everybody with this like Black Myth and what they think it should be, but for some reason it's been getting a controversy about it not being woke and not being like having enough female characters and all this other stuff. And the first thing I want to kind of tell people, do you know the lore behind and where Black Myth Wukong comes from? I don't think y'all knew, because if y'all knew, then y'all know there's a whole city full of women, like a whole thing full of women, no men allowed type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, on top of that, there's I think it's the snake goddess. Was it the white snake goddess or whatever like that, or demon? I mean, there's so many stories. Like, if you don't know Chinese mythology or whatever that belief is, I think it's Buddhism. If you don't know anything about that stuff and the gods and the demons and stuff like that, I advise you guys do your research. But I'm saying all this to say this. I believe we were hacked because he was playing that. And there's been some controversy about, that game. So if that's the reason why we got hacked, I'm just gonna pray for you. You know what I'm saying? Like that was uncalled for. We mind our business. We're a small channel. Why would you hack a small channel? That makes no sense. I could see if we were like thousands upon thousands of people on our platform, but we had less than 500, and you hacked us and got us terminated. Now, I honestly believe whoever reported the channel that showed that, you know what I'm saying, whatever that thumbnail was, I believe that person was following me and Sandstorm that reported it. Again, I'm not mad at you. You were doing what you needed to do. You saw something very inappropriate, and I don't blame you. You know what I'm saying? Do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm disappointed in the staff of YouTube for not helping us out with that. You know what I'm saying? Not taking a look. They just totally just deleted the channel without even asking, thinking, hey, whoop de whoop, this is what's going down. Your stuff is on seize because of such and such. Nothing. We didn't get no type of warning. So
Yeah.
that's what's going on with the Sandstorm show. We have to start over. We're in good spirits. We're gonna start this thing over, and hey, we're gonna try to get more subscribers than we ever had. So
Exactly.
definitely, guys. Thank you for all support. Please go over there and follow that if you haven't. If you aren't a follower of the Sandstorm show, but let's get into these trailers. Let me cue this up real quick.
Yeah.
I know the drill is probably gonna echo Noto, so
Yeah, another drum.
definitely.
Hey, this ain't my last rodeo.
All right. So the first trailer is probably a biography or a documentary. It's called Superman Christopher Reeve Story.
Everybody's looking for a hero. I am not a hero. That was a part. I played the part. I'm not that man.
Hands down, he was Superman from day one.
I realized that if I could pull off this part, it would change my life.
John Houseman said, Mr. Reeve, it is very important to become a serious classical actor. Unless, of course, they offer you a load of money to do something else.
He convinced me when I first met him that he would fly.
Doing things with my dad. It was all about activity and action. Riding bikes, playing soccer, skiing.
My dad was very competitive, and he didn't necessarily slow down.
We said goodbye, and he gave this wave. That was the last time I saw him on his feet.
Oh wow.
Mr. Reeve currently has no movement or spontaneous respiration.
Superman, crazy. Just that simple little thing over the horse.
I'd ruined my life and everybody else's. I won't be able to ski, sail, throw a ball to Will. Won't be able to make love to Dana. Maybe we should let me go.
She came flying in, and she just yelled, I love you. I love you.
And then she said the words that saved my life. You're still you, and I love you.
He and Robin were such good friends because they could match each other.
Robin also had struggles that he dealt with his whole life, and I think that they both were aware of darkness.
Brother Chris is fighting like crazy. When you find people who fight like that but still keep their humanity, that gives you great hope.
That is tough because I can feel him, but he can't feel me.
It must have been hell for my mom, too, knowing what she had lost.
I felt I needed to do something, not just for myself, but for everyone else in the same condition.
The fact that Superman was in a wheelchair and was willing to go public with it was huge.
Help is on the way.
The Christopher and Dana Reeve Paralysis Act.
People are literally walking because of him.
What is a hero? My answer was that a hero is someone who commits a courageous action without considering the consequences. Now my definition is completely different. I think a hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. I wouldn't have missed this for the world.
All right. How you feel about that?
Wow. Well,
Real life
speechless.
Superman.
Yeah.
Real life Superman.
Real life. The fact that literally have everybody in there, especially have Robin Williams in there for the speech.
I didn't know they was friends like that.
I didn't think that either. I was like, whoa. Like, if you guys see my reaction when I just saw Robin Williams, I was like, wait, what? And then, especially how Barack Obama was there too, I was like, wow, this gone. I was like,
yeah,
wow.
they honored, they did a little honor on Christopher Reeve.
Exactly. That's what I was like. That's why I didn't know that part either. It was just like so much of it. Like, you know, so much happened and everything else. So I mean, again, hey,
Yo.
Come on, Sandstorm.
hey, Sandstorm.
Not much, chilling. Just finally got back home.
There's the man.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so
I just watched the Christopher Reeve story trailer, so that's what
Oh,
we're
okay.
commentating on real quick.
yeah, so it's gonna be. I think this is gonna be one of those tough movies. These tough movies to watch, especially as like the documentaries and stuff. Sometimes some of them are just like, you know, are interesting. You'd be like, all right, what's going on? This one is going to be very hard to deal with because of the fact of like, you know, his story and everything else that's happened to the point. And so this is actually going to be one of those sad like movies that I'm, you know, I do want to see it, you know, check it out for what it is, you know, to know the whole story and everything else. And, you know, because again, like I said, I just saw Robin Williams and all these different actors and actresses, and, you know, speaking on him and stuff. So it caught my attention, you know, and, you know, go from there.
Yeah, he was definitely Superman back in the '90s for us.
Yeah.
For a lot of kids growing up that wanted a superhero movie, you know, he definitely was. He definitely was Superman, and to see him in a wheelchair, like I didn't know his story, but to know that he was still kicking, still like even back then, I kind of viewed him like, nah, he's forever Superman. Like there's nobody else who's gonna play Superman. It took a long time for somebody to convince me that they were Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like Henry Cavill will probably be the only one that comes a little close, and that's maybe because he looked like a jacked up version of Christopher a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like, you can't replace Christopher is like,
you really
dude,
can't.
Like that's almost like trying to replace Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
You really can't.
You know what I'm saying? Batmans and stuff like that, they coming down the dozen. I don't know why Batman gets treated like I don't know, man. Everybody can be Batman. You know what I'm saying? That's like everybody can hit, like a little loose girl or something like that, man. Like everybody can. But definitely, man. I feel like this is definitely gonna be like you said, a tearjerker. This is definitely gonna be one of those ones that's gonna be very emotional. You know, all types of emotions will come out for many reasons. Christopher himself, Robin, especially if you grew up, you know, watching both these guys.
Yeah.
Robin Williams and stuff like that. You know, to be honest, I totally forgot. I don't remember when Christopher Reeve died. But to see Barack Obama do that honor situation, I'm not sure if, I don't know if was Christopher in that crowd, because I feel like he died before the presidency of Barack, but I could be wrong. Barack was in there for about 8 years, so he could have honored, and it definitely had to have been that first term. He could have honored Christopher Reeve. You know,
I mean,
but that was definitely cool, man. That was definitely cool. I definitely want to see this. I would say I would go to theaters to see this.
I don't know. For me, it's like if I'm gonna watch it and be a tearjerker, I want to be at home and for the tearjerker for this one.
Yeah, true. Yeah. That to me, stuff like that, like you said, that's home stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want nobody, you know,
exactly.
The whole time, still, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, you know, just got some, you know, the air is like in my eyes, you know.
Hey, have you ever seen the people that's like watching the movie and it's like they about to cry and then they act like they sleep?
Yep.
They try to like pretend like they go to sleep real quick.
Yep.
Somebody look over it.
Like, you okay? Like, oh, what? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, I'm good. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, I got tired real quick. Brad, yeah, I saw you. I saw the eyes was watering before you closed them. I saw that.
Oh man.
Man. But Sandstorm, have you seen this trailer?
I just like watched like a quick little glimpse of it. This is in the movies?
It could be in
It's going to be
theaters.
in the movies, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be sad. Um, um, I don't have much. I don't have much to say about it because I know it's. I didn't catch the whole thing, but I will say that you did say like he was. Um, for the longest time he was Superman, our actual Superman. And I believe like for the longest time, like even in the like the TV shows and stuff, like I feel like that he was, they modeled those the TV show Superman's after him.
Yeah.
With the chiseled jaw and all that. So um yeah, it's crazy that we don't that he went through what he went through. It's cool that they've got something that's gonna like kind of honor that legacy in a movie sense. Maybe I don't know how his family feels about it, but if it's gotten greenlit, then I would hope they got their permission, for the whole thing. But overall, I mean, it's cool. It's cool to see something like that, kind of get the behind the scenes type of deal for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So, excuse me. Ooh, I'm burning. I don't know if we. Yeah. My bad. I don't know if we did it here, or I don't know if I did it with you guys, pause. But we're gonna take a look at. All right, so we're gonna take a look at Secret Level real quick and give our thoughts on that.
Okay.
It's time. This world has waited for your arrival. It is you. You will open the door. Because you are the chosen. All those moments. It's a new adventure. Just for you.
Yep. No.
Sure. It's a new adventure.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought it was.
Oh, it is.
Just for you.
Come in. You have a game to play.
Wow. Was that paid? All
That
right.
was back
So,
then.
Sandstorm. We'll start with you. What you think about that?
I'm excited for it. I'm kind of surprised that, honestly, that. Well, I am, but I'm not. I was gonna say that I'm kind of surprised that Nintendo doesn't have anything in here, but I also am not surprised because very much like their video games, like they ain't let nobody have that unless they can make a sole profit off of it. Like that's only for them. Unless it was like something that they partnered with, like Bayonetta or something like that, because there's like a Bayonetta anime. But like outside of that, like I don't see that. But with that being said, it's cool. We get the blue bomber. You know, seen a couple in there. God of War, Seafood. Looks like maybe Gears of War. I can grab
No, that
grab
was
all of them.
no, that was what's the name? The Space Marine joints. What's that? Warhammer.
Warhammer. Also saw Destiny in there. So like, you know, it's cool. They have a. I mean, this is like Ready Player One extended, basically.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah, it's cool to me to see all this stuff, and but at the same time, it's Ready Player One extended. But it also, when they said 15 different stories, just reminds me of like Star Wars Visions. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get a whole bunch of, because it looks like there's like actual stories behind these games. They're not just going to be some guy jumping in the game and like, oh, you're going to start this. Like, it looks like there's like an emotional value or attachment, like trying to go on with a few of these games. We've seen Keanu Reeves. I don't know what he's playing in exactly.
The first thing I said was what's the name?
Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Look, and I was like, nah, that looks different.
Yeah, because he doesn't have that tattoo on his neck. But I think that would be cool because, especially, you know, it had like the flying cars and all that other stuff. So that's why I thought it was Cyberpunk at first too.
It could be an origin story though.
Maybe.
It's called Secret Level. It could be an origin story.
It would have to be like, I don't know, because even playing Cyberpunk, like they give you the origin story of him, like even how he started in that, like, as a rock group. But even then, he doesn't ever have that tattoo, so that kind of is what threw me off. But you know, overall, I think it's really cool. I think it's awesome. I'm excited to kind of see the God of War piece. I'm excited to see Bomberman.
What about Ghost
Mega
of
Man?
Tsushima?
Mega Man, huh?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I mean that would be cool too. I'm not like as hyped for that just because it's like it's a little more grounded. But like seeing like some of the classics, I mean, I would put even God of War in the classics if it's the older God of War. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if it's like if it's the newer Kratos, then it's just like whatever to me. But like if they show like the older Kratos and like, yeah, like that's a classic right there. I would be hyped. They said Pac-Man. I seen Pac-Man flash in the screen or whatever. So like, yeah, I think this is really dope. We definitely need something like this. Amazon has been more hit than miss to me lately. So I think it was like a good company to go with. I feel like if this was on Netflix, I'd be a little more
skeptical.
Yeah. So the fact that it's with Amazon, I'm happy with that. So overall, yeah, I can't wait to see it.
All right, Nodo.
I'm kind of the same page with Sandstorm with this one. Again, it definitely gave me Ready Player One vibes instantly, but with seeing 15 different stories for each of them, I'm like, all right, this is going to be a little interesting how this is going to play. So I'm definitely excited to see. And no, it's not Bomberman; it's actually Mega Man. So
I said the blue bomber, and then
I caught on when I was like, I was actually excited for that. I was like, oh, Mega Man, okay, cool. One of the things I actually was surprised to see on there was Dragon Age on there as well. And I was like, oh, okay, this is Dragon Age. Okay, so I want to see how this is going to play out for this. So yeah, definitely like to see that one a little bit. Definitely God of War as well, and a couple other ones. So, but definitely Mega Man is definitely the top of my list because I have been a big giant fan of the Mega Man series, especially the X series of all. So X has always been my all-time favorite next to the original series. But yeah, it definitely feels like a extended version of Ready Player One, just with 15 stories. So I'm definitely looking forward to check this out. Especially it's on Amazon, gonna be on Amazon Prime, so that's gonna be surprising. So yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, if this was on Netflix, because it comes from the people that make Love, Death, and Robot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, true, facts.
So that, I mean, the platform is definitely like, yeah. I'm glad you guys are showing the drummer something. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and give Prime it's just due. And plus, on top of that, like you said, they've been on a very on a hit streak lately. You know what I'm saying? They haven't really missed yet. So great choice on platform. I mean, regardless, I feel like this would have been viewed by gamers anyway. You know what I'm saying? This is something that's especially when you start pulling out like iconic characters like Mega Man and you know, Kratos and all that type of stuff. Like, you know, you start pulling these people out, you're gonna have my attention. You know what I mean? You know, they kind of flash through some of the, you know what I'm saying, characters that's gonna be on there. I think a lot of it's gonna be a surprise. But definitely, man, Ready Player One, Love, Death, and Robot vibes, Arcane vibes, just all types of vibes. You know what I'm saying? This feels like a what if for video games for me. You know what I'm saying? So
that sounds about right.
Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I honestly, I just can't shake the fact that it looks like Ready Player One. You know? What I'm saying?
How much good that movie was.
Yeah. So definitely excited for it. So on to our next one real quick. Pull this up after Al Roker, get the heck off my screen.
Of weather heading your way, it is going to pour.
There are many ways to spend your summer, but only one will make it ultimate.
Can't believe they bought it.
The electric BMW summer sales event starts now. Lease a BMW i4 for $449 per month.
Agatha, confession, I know an egregious amount about you. Been obsessed since I first showed up on your Salem days. That's why I saved you from the spell you were under. You're the only witch that's ever survived the Witch's Road.
Who are you?
I'm...
Interesting.
Wait, what?
We need to assemble a coven to walk the road, to get our powers back.
The road will give you the thing you want the most if you make it to the end.
Shall we?
This journey.
It's a death wish. Can we trust her? Agatha. The bodies are really piling up. We'll be safe as kittens. Okay?
Agatha All Along, 2-episode premiere, September 18th, only on Disney+.
All right. So what you guys think about that?
So I'm actually curious about this kid right now, which I think we have an idea who it is. But it's great. I'm not gonna say it because it just makes it feel like a spoiler. But then again, that's just theories. But again, that's what we do. There's a bunch of theories.
What do you think?
I think it's her son. That's what I'm thinking. That's my
son?
That's what I'm thinking in my head, because think about it. As much as it seems like they scratch out he's about to say something, it could be either his son or it could be like a descendant or something. It could be either of the two. My money is going to be on the son.
Okay. Nice theory.
Yeah, I'm banking on this one. So, but besides that, this actually gives me a little bit. Okay, now we actually seen a little bit more. We actually know where the timeline is for like where it left off or where it takes place. So we know it definitely takes place after WandaVision, basically, or yeah. So we know it takes place after. So that's good news, because I was still kind of, because I said earlier before, I was like, I'm kind of don't know like where the timeline is for this and whatsoever and everything else, and plus I was like, we should have got this a lot sooner. But I think I understand the reason why now we're getting it, because of the fact that everything else has been going on, and you know, the writer's strike and testing the waters with streaming platforms and different things like that. But yeah, so to now have this and now find out we're getting this and knowing what we're getting ourselves into, looks pretty interesting. I'm in for the roller coaster of this to know what's going on, because I've been wanting to know what's been going on with her and what's been happening, and now that I know the timeline where it's happened, I'm all for it.
All right. Sandstorm, what about you?
All this witch stuff is making me feel uncomfortable. Nah, nah. In all honesty, I'm excited to see it. It's you know, I so like there's certain things that I like from certain places because it's a little less it's a little more. I like using the word grounded because that's what it is. I like certain things to be a little more grounded. The last thing that we got, to my recollection, was Loki season 2, um, and that was like a whole lot of like trying to push the story or the narrative forward on like the timelines and all that other stuff, and like not that it was hard to understand, at least not to me. Um, I like stuff to just be like, while this is going on, here's some like regular stuff. Like, yeah, the stuff is still crazy, but like, here's some stuff that like ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? Like that's why I love Moon Knight so much because it was very much in the universe of Marvel and all that other stuff, but it was like, yeah, we're gonna focus on this character and you gonna kind of understand all the stuff that he's going through. Like, if you didn't watch WandaVision, if you didn't watch um, what was his name? Hawkeye. If you didn't watch any of those other shows, it's fine because we got this for you. Like, this is the focus. Him is the focus. That's all you need to worry about. Now with this, yeah, you kind of have to watch WandaVision to kind of like fully grasp, but I feel like it's not really going to be that hard, especially when they usually do like the previews and you know what I mean, like the recap or whatever. So I'm very interested. I don't know what to think, like as far as like guessing games, like where's this gonna go, what's gonna happen in the end, and all that. Like I almost don't really care. Like I just want to go along for the ride. That's how I'm feeling. Like it gives me the same vibes that I have with Moonlight. Like I don't care where you take me at the end. Just let it be a good ride. Let it be a good, how many ever episodes? 6 episodes, probably.
About right.
Let it be a good 6 episodes. If you want to tie it into the rest of the stuff to set up for the movies and all that, great. If you're not, great. I'm down for it. Just make it a good 6.
All right. Yeah. No, I'm definitely in agreement with that. Excuse me. I definitely like the fact that they're picking up from where they left off, giving us a little lore. I don't know if they're gonna try to reference any of the comics, which I don't need anyway, because I didn't read no Agatha comics, or to be honest, for the longest time, I had to figure out who was Agatha for the longest time. Then come to find out, you know what I'm saying, like she's pretty much like Wanda's like little villains, plus on top of that becomes like the nanny to her kids later on, which is ironic. That is crazy that she's the nanny to her kids, and her role in WandaVision was kind of
like that.
You know what I'm saying? But also too, I think later on, I heard in comics that she becomes some kind of council during the West Coast Avengers or something like that, or the Young Avengers, one of those, either the West Coast or Young. Regardless, you know what I'm saying, seeing her come back with some witch stuff, some more witch stuff, like that type of witch stuff to me is creepy, but I'm cool with it. I like the way Marvel's doing anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a Harry Potter witch type of person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this
practical
witch,
magic.
Yeah. Salem is
it's touchy.
It's
it really is.
Situation, you know what I mean? So, on to our last trailer for today. After this commercial. Alright, hold on.
Rip.
There we go. Make sure I get off this commercial real quick. Here we go. Bam. We in the game.
Sonic, You finally found your family.
Try to keep up.
I know it hasn't always been easy, but you didn't change who you are in here.
Yeah, in my lungs.
Or your heart.
There's been a high-level security breach. And we need Team Sonic's immediate assistance. Project Shadow is far beyond anything we've ever encountered.
Shadow's story began a lot like yours, Sonic. But where you found family and friends, Shadow found only pain and loss.
All right, we got a rogue alien on the loose. How do we find it?
Start with the giant fireball?
I love it. Let's start with a giant fireball.
He is much more impressive than the hedgehog I fought previously.
Dude, I'm standing right here.
You're a colorful bunch.
We don't want to fight you.
Actually, Sonic, I would like to fight.
Knuckles, no!
Oh, did he just do that? Oh!
My turn.
Oh!
Can we just talk about this?
He Green Ranger.
He's too powerful. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we need you-know-who.
This is a bad idea.
When has that ever stopped me?
Doctor, we have visitors.
This is sad, Robotnik. Even for you.
We need your help.
On one condition.
What? Do this!
If I can't rule the world, I might as well save it! I need room. But, sir, I don't have the proper materials. Find some. When we're done, there won't be anything left.
Hey, no cheat codes! What did you do?
What I had to. Welcome home, my boy. It's impossible. Is it? It couldn't be. Couldn't it? Are you? In the saggy flesh.
Sonic?
Alright, what y'all think about that?
I'm so dumb. Sensor, go ahead and start.
Yeah. So I guess I got a couple questions. Thought Shadow was genetically engineered, but we're going with the alien setup, right?
I thought he was alien.
Oh no, I always thought he was genetic. I thought Robotnik made him.
Nope.
Nope.
Nah, he's always been an alien.
Nope.
So were they not? So were they not on teams at first, or like is that just?
Nah. He literally came in like Green Ranger, like that's
Yeah.
it. Like his story is almost like that, except like they were saying, like his. You ever heard somebody scream out Maria?
Yeah.
He went over. Yeah, that's him. Like, you know what I mean? Like he came from wherever Sonic came from, but he went to the bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? The drama.
Okay. So it's accurate then. Yeah. Then I mean this is interesting. And I'm very interested to see, what they pull off with this. The fact that this man. So there's it's funny because there's a scene and I can't remember. I feel like I want to say is Sonic who speeds past him and like Sonic thinks he's like extra fast and Shadow's kind of like, and you can see Sonic's face like, oh snaps, because nobody's ever been able to keep up with Sonic like that.
Yeah.
So. I think this is dope. The way they brought him in. I think the biggest letdown right now is he ain't copping no 9. But like other than that, you know. So I mean, I'm glad to see they got the military in there, which means he at least got a cop one. And then you know the guy gets shot or something like, yeah, I've been shot. And it's like it's rubber bullets, and he's like, oh, you know, still alive. You know what I mean? But outside of that, yeah, it looks really dope. I'm really interested to see it. Honestly, I have not seen the second one all the way through, so I have to finish that. And I think I've seen a few people on Twitter saying the same thing, that they haven't watched it all the way through. But yeah, I'm very interested to watch this. This might be the movie of the year. It comes out this year, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
It's like December, I think it was.
Okay, so this may be the movie of the year for me. So we'll see.
All right, no.
So.
Hey, real quick, y'all like the way he did that Vegeta on Knuckles, didn't you?
Oh no, I like that. No. No, the part I like was the fact of like him sliding like the bike scene. I mean sliding.
You got the bike joint.
You know that scene from. You know what that's actually from. It's that Kira scene.
Yeah, where he slides away.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah.
But everybody do that slide.
Everybody did. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, I was like, and I was like, oh, okay, we know where it's going. But anyways, so. Shadow's has always been my favorite character, literally hands down. Like, if I could just turn this camera around, you can actually see my Shadow, like, doll or whatever was up here. Basically, you can't really see, but I have him standing up guarding the front door, basically. Guarding the door right now. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. Finally get to actually hear his voice, so we get to finally see how Keanu Reeves actually sound as Shadow. So that actually is pretty good. I'm actually a little happy. I'm happy about this. I pretty much know the origin of the story because I have played the Sonic Adventures 2 with Sonic Adventures 2. I'm waiting for the battle version come out because I think there's more to it. So I know the whole story behind it and everything else of Shadow's origin and everything else. So if you have not played Sonic Adventures 2 or Sonic Adventures 2 Battles, I definitely recommend you play it because, like I said, it's literally going good verbatim, like kind of verbatim of Shadow's story, and with the whole thing with Maria and everything. So I definitely recommend you guys to play it. If you have not, you can definitely check out YouTube and you can kind of watch people play it or kind of get the idea of the origin of the story, and you can go from there. But other than that, I definitely need to watch this. I am so ready for it. But my only problem is I still gotta watch the first two because I have not watched them yet. So
the first one's really good. The first one was really good. The second one had me like, I couldn't. But I had to watch it in sections.
Yeah, but the thing about it is like I was literally skeptical with the first one, so that's why I wasn't really sure about it. So I was like, I waited to see how it went, and now I found out the second one came out. I was like, okay, so people are being excited for this. So I'm like, all right. I was like, one of these days I'm gonna check it out. Now 3's coming and Shadow's in the picture. Okay, now I really need to start watching these two because it needs to be done. So like I said, I'm not gonna sleep on this one. Definitely, Shadow. That.
Hey, your boy goes. Nah, I can't tell you.
Yeah, don't.
Y'all gonna like the second one. I mean, you know what I'm saying, especially towards the end.
Like I said,
y'all gonna love it. But, hey, I definitely like. Hey, y'all can tell. I was I was hyped up. How Sonic was like, he was gearing up. He was like, yeah, my turn.
Yep.
He is green. Right? You know, remember when Tommy had jumped in the Zord on him, like the Power Ranger went into the little Zord.
Right.
Tommy came over that thing, was like, he started whooping him up inside the Zord, like, bruh, that's what that was.
They thought they could run away.
Yeah.
Everybody to the Zord, turn up. So y'all, me too. I got that. Y'all got that? I got that too.
He opened the door and they turned around and said, no. He won't leave us alone.
My head, Charles. My head.
But yeah, definitely, man. They definitely got Shadow right. It will be interesting to see when Maria dies. How Keanu actually says it. because doesn't
Maria.
Maria. You know, you gonna have that look like, dude, you need a little more.
You gotta put more bass into
emotion,
it.
man. You gotta,
More bass into it. Bass in that voice.
But definitely, man, I'm excited for him, man. They got the motorcycle joy. I was like, oh, it's like give him a cycle. His little skate, the way he skates, speeding. I'm like, yes. That's how it should be. There you go. So I think they did everything right on that. Hopefully they did everything right. This is just a trailer. Then with Dr. Robotnik, the Eggman, and bringing his granddad or his dad in there. What game was that when we had like that wasn't even a game.
It was like a bunch of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bunch of them. It was like a council of Eggman. I forgot which one that was. Was that the game? Or was that the show? I feel like that's the show where there was like 3 or 4.
I think so. I think you're right.
You mean Sonic X, you mean?
It might have been X. It could have been something else, but there was like 3 or 4 of them. It was like different versions. But that's pretty cool that they put that in there.
I think it's the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I think it was, because I remember like went through time and different things like that.
It could be both. It could be X. It could be Prime. No. Yeah, Prime. It could have been Adventures. I got to look it back up. But yeah. So it's cool to see there's 2 Eggmen about to do their thing. So. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, other than that, man, December, it's a Christmas movie. You know what I'm saying? They definitely, they don't got nothing competing with them as we know of right now. So, you know, there ain't no Nintendo movies coming out or nothing like that. So we'll see what they do. All right, but that will do it for this week's VitoVerse, guys. Leave your comments down in the comment section. Tell us what was your favorite trailer. Tell us about some of the news that we talked about. Are you excited for some of that stuff? And there was one piece of news I have to say because I put it on the thumbnail. Vision. There's going to be a Vision TV series. So y'all stay tuned for that, which White Vision, should I say. There's a lot of controversy with that or whatever. We think they're setting up for the West Coast Avengers, but that has not been confirmed that they're actually making. But they have every team member already there, so hopefully they'll you know what I'm saying, get that sorted out and we know what direction they're going in. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this week. Before we get out of here, I'm gonna have my co-hosts give their announcements. I gave one announcement already about the Sandstorm show, but Sandstorm is here himself, so he'll be able to say a little more on that. But we're gonna start off with Noto, then Sandstorm, then I'm gonna cue us out of here.
All right, since I'm up running, so again, like I said, I'm back, so you guys can see new setup, new room with a nice little giraffe with my son's name at the bottom on the floor right now. Well, because the picture keeps falling and losing stuff. Yeah, so Nanami is gonna be setting up very soon. I just need to talk with these guys to set the schedules and everything else. So we're gonna have one extra special guest that's gonna be in here. Is actually gonna be my son Obadiah. He's gonna be here. You know, you're gonna see me actually hold him and everything else, so you get to see him on the screen. We'll talk about Nanami. Yep, Ben's gonna be here. He's gonna be on the show. Because during the time of we do this, pretty much he's gonna be in the picture, so I'll be actually taking care of him, or he'll actually be asleep, 1 to 2. So one of the things end up happening. That'd be, like I said, we'll be talking about schedule and set it up and everything else. Go from there. As for me streaming, I am going to be getting back into that sometime, maybe next week or the following week, just to kind of get back into business because I have not played games in a while and I just got my stuff set up and everything. So I'm very happy about this. So I get do this. Other than that, that's pretty much what I have on my end. So there you go. Right. And my fiance is looking at me like crazy. Yeah, she's literally right here, like right here, looking at me. She's hungry.
No, you're lying.
See? You know they can hear you.
I know. Hello.
What's going on?
Yeah, hi. Hi, fiance.
Yeah, she's.
I'm Notica Yui.
They're saying hi. No, seriously, they did. Okay. Anyway, sorry, Sandstorm.
So the channel is officially dead for the original Sandstorm show, which is unfortunate. So we have to start from the ground up. It died and rose again 4 days later, so not like Jesus, but that's okay. That's okay though. But we are back with the Sandstorm show and as the Sandstorm show Rebirth. So it's not under Sandstorm McDowell anymore. It's under the Sandstorm show Rebirth. So if you haven't had the opportunity to subscribe, make sure you go over there and subscribe to that. The thing about the channel now is that we will still be airing every Saturday at 9 o'clock. There are going to be some small differences to the channel as we proceed forward. Just some little tiny things, but we will still be doing the channel and everything. Unfortunately, the giveaway is still at 500. We're not starting all over with the giveaway, but there will be.
I was wondering about that.
There will be like giveaways, but it's not going to be the 100, 200. Like we're going to be at 500 for that. So that's a piece. So make sure you come over there at 9 o'clock tomorrow. We're going to have a fun time. I've put new people in moderation. Well, the same people plus another person. Shout outs to Geronimo, who is our newest moderator.
Nice.
And
Yes, sir.
yeah, so that's out of love and respect and appreciation to everything that he's done, especially in this past week. So
I still got to get him on the channel. I think we should get him on the channel over there as well.
yeah, no, I would absolutely love that. So we'll definitely make that happen. Sunday is the Winging It podcast that is at 7 o'clock. So make sure you go over there and support everybody there. And shout outs to all of them who have supported the channel as well.
They definitely a big support.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Andre who even made a video for us, which is heavily appreciated. Shout out to the Juices Loose podcast that's on Monday at 7 o'clock as well. Those guys have been trying to keep up to date. They've been saying stuff.
What was y'all doing this last Monday? Because I tuned in for a little bit, but I was like, what are they doing?
We were talking about. I feel like we were just talking about the Switch and its successor, basically.
Oh,
basically.
Okay. Because like the thumbnail threw me off and the title threw me off, and then when I looked on, I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they may have been going out on a tangent or whatever before, like Juice likes to bring a realist back in and stuff. But so yeah, make sure you check them out. Check out Rob Roller 2 review. He's been out with us trying to make sure everything is copacetic too. This is a bunch of people who are out there looking out for the Sandstorm McDowell channel, the Sandstorm show. For us, so really deeply appreciate that. But as we go forward, that's where we're going to be, the Sandstorm Show Rebirth, and we're just going to have fun. We're going to go beyond where we were in half the amount of time. So, yeah,
pretty much the exact same thing I said. So that's I told y'all, like, honestly, we vibe out, we family, we on the same level. Mm-hmm. We think the same way. We're not going to look at this as a negative. We look at it as a positive always. So definitely, guys, go subscribe to that. Go subscribe to Notable Yui. You know what I'm saying? Nami is on the way. Yep. Our affiliate channels, all the people that support it, if you know their stuff, the Winging It podcast, Juices Loose, go please subscribe to these guys. They have some great content, great conversations, and they're real good people. You know what I'm saying? We have our own culture here. You know what I'm saying? So definitely stay tuned for other new things. I think you know what? I did not mention, but there will be some new channels besides Nodo's. Well, Nodo's already has a channel, but there's going to be other additional channels here to look out for. So we'll give those announcements closer to the time, but just stay tuned for all that type of stuff. Just big plans ahead. You know what I'm saying? There's so much we can do on this platform, and we're not salty about what happened. Yeah. Kind of, I ain't gonna lie, 'cause, you know what I'm saying, that's years of work. You know what I'm saying, flushed down the drain. But we, you know what I'm saying, we do what we do. You know, we Spartans over here. You know what I'm saying? We kick
Right.
somebody down. We gonna
Exactly.
kick somebody down the hole here in a minute. You know?
Right.
So, but anyway, here on the VitoVerse, you know, we have our Vito variances every Thursday. So if you guys have not checked out this week's, I did conspiracy theory shorts, where I just kind of watched some conspiracy theories that people might have on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. It was, you know, just a real quick. Well, it's not real quick. About 17 minutes. Normally, those type of videos go on for a long time. Here on the VitoVerse or the Vito variants, they're gonna be a little shorter. So stay tuned for part 2 of that. And Vito variants music should be coming out with. I have a very interesting topic about some music upcoming. So stay tuned for that. And the VitoVerse every Friday, you know how we do it. It's either going to be the live or it's going to be the pre-recorded. Regardless, you're going to get you a VitoVerse every Friday. So thank you guys for all the support. We'll see you guys next week here on the VitoVerse, not live.